Four Squad podcast, where we're doing another world famous movie commentary on Tarzan. By the way, this is the Disney one that came out in '96. We're currently watching it on Netflix, and we have it paused at the 8-second mark, or if you have it on DVD or legally streaming it, where the Walt Disney Pictures sign is fully up. So while you get there, let's go around and meet the bros. I am Matt Geiger, and in the lab today is the mad scientist Brian Banner, because of course it's a Disney movie, so we got to have our Disney connoisseur.
Of course.
All right. If you're there, if not, you're not there, get there. Walt Disney Pictures fully up. We're going to press play in 3, 2, 1. Tarzan.
Oh shit, I gotta hit play.
Have you seen the one with Margot Robbie?
I have not, actually.
It's on TNT a lot.
Yeah,
but I've never stopped out and watched it.
Alright, since I didn't hit play when you hit play, give me a timestamp, if you don't mind.
34 seconds. Ship's on fire. I'll just say for Disney, man.
Did the dad just jump in the water?
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Perfect.
I'm with you. Please.
So for Disney, Aladdin, and then it was Lion King in '94, and this came out in '96. I don't think it did what they thought it was going to do, because you had Phil Collins doing the music, so they're like, okay, we don't have Elton John, but we replaced him with Phil Collins.
But it's it is a very, very solid soundtrack. It is second to Elton John, but it's underrated. Underrated like a motherfucker.
I'll have to say, though,
every word of this, by the way.
It has a very great soundtrack. And I'll have to say, Aladdin and Lion King are my top two favorites. I don't think this gets as much play as those two do, but it's a fantastic movie.
It is. It's great. I think it's you got Rosie O'Donnell making an appearance in it, too, which is awesome.
And, well, digitally, too, I think it just looks pretty cool. God, Phil Collins.
Yeah. Life, live in peace. Head up,
look at the cast here.
Load. Take strength in those who need you.
I mean, really, the only big actors, I guess we got Glenn Close is in it. There's not really any big actors in it. Rosie O'Donnell and Glenn Close. I mean, definitely not like Lion King or Aladdin. I don't know who Minnie Driver and Tony Goldwyn plays Tarzan, so.
Big A-list actors, obviously.
Remember the Jaguar?
Yeah. What was his name? Fuck, he's got a cool name. I don't remember what it was.
This is a Bambi way to start off this movie too. Like their baby just got eaten by a jaguar.
You know, that's
like,
one
Jesus
thing.
Christ.
Disney's never held back with like that kind of stuff at the beginning. Like you have obviously Bambi, like baby's dad gets shot, pretty messed up. Then in this, like obviously her baby gets taken, his parents get eaten by the cheetah or the jaguar or whatever. Up, they can't get pregnant, and then she passes away. Like that hits you in the first 2 or 3 minutes of that movie. I know that one's Pixar, but still Disney. Like they don't hold their punches back at the beginning of the movies.
It's weird though, man, because if you would have heard this on like Fox 4, like tonight at 7, like a jaguar eats a baby, I'm like, okay, the parents were involved in this. They didn't want the kid or something. Like something is fishy on this.
Yeah. There's some extracurricular activity going on.
I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah, parents were obviously selling meth.
This whole story, though, is, I think, very well told. Like the whole thing. I mean, we're starting kind of an origin story right here of Tarzan, and then I can't remember if it's now or they go back to show kind of what happened to the parents. But
it's now, because there they are dead with bloody footprints.
I mean, but that's my apartment every Saturday morning, so.
Yeah, Sunday morning usually.
How's mom look kind of hot?
Hey, I'm just saying, she's got
that baby way quick.
She's a 16 seed in our cartoon character tournament.
Oh, dude, she is. Yeah.
I mean, mainly because she's lesser known, but I mean that's a 16 seed if I ever saw one, with the
This had
potential to with an upset.
this had to just currently happen though, because there's no way a baby could fucking survive like even a week with no
No,
food or anything like that.
baby would survive 18 hours max.
Yeah.
Tarzan's already ripped, and he's got like I've got that too, like the big gap between your big toe and your like pointer toe.
Yeah.
Like that's for grabbing vines. I have that same thing. Yeah. So does Baby Banner. See, I was born for this. Like just running around on a loincloth. I mean, I could be Tarzan. Like when I get my long hair, if I just dread that out, boom, Tarzan.
This is pretty much every woman ever, though. She just finds a little baby, like, well, I'm the mother now, so
I guess it's mine.
that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
A lot of history too. Like if you if you believe we came from apes, I mean, I think this is where this movie kind of stems from too. If you believe in evolution,
it's Tarzan. He's the king of the apes. So like, I think there's some more going on there. Like he's a human and he's better than the apes. When obviously these apes could beat the shit out of you.
And Tarzan, it was before George of the Jungle, right? I mean, I'm a way bigger fan of Tarzan than George of the Jungle.
I think George of the Jungle was 1998. Fun fact about George of the Jungle, it's actually, apparently it's based on a TV show from the 60s. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I even think the story Tarzan's been around since like Peter Pan, I think the story.
Yeah, Tarzan it's Tarzan of the Apes. It's a novel.
I get why they didn't want to
published in 1912.
I get why they don't want to pick a tiger here, but I've been to the fucking zoo, man. Are you gonna tell me a fucking cheetah or a jaguar, or whatever you want to call that, could beat the fuck out of a silverback gorilla? There's no way. No fucking way.
No, there isn't. Now, why they went with a jaguar here, I believe, is a geographical correction to be geographically correct, because they're in Africa, and I think traditionally tigers are more from
Asia?
like Asia, yeah, and India. Clutch catch.
This is great.
She could probably go D1 as a like a slot receiver.
What are the baby noises? Because this is fucking really good.
I don't have the volume up. I would assume they just got a baby, but I mean, whatever.
Every single time a listener goes to the zoo, though, they're gonna look at a jaguar like, yeah, dude, like that silverback would beat the fuck out of that thing. There's no way.
I also don't think that a jaguar would be this aggressive towards a silverback gorilla. I feel like it would use more,
yes, but not a gorilla.
No, it would use more strategy, maybe some sneak attacks. Put your heart in as we see.
Can you imagine how big the guy's dick was in Disney whenever he goes into that meeting room and slams down? He's like, I know what you're thinking. Elton John did Lion King. Well, I just booked Phil fucking Collins from Genesis. We're like, really? I'm like, yeah. He said he's game too. He'll do it.
It's not as big of a catch as Elton John, but it's still a big catch, man.
Yeah, it's. He was just as big, I would say, during a certain point in the '80s as Elton John. I mean, Elton John was bigger in the '70s, but
I think Elton John is bigger across generations.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, don't sleep on Phil.
Yeah, Phil Collins is all right. I mean, he's okay. I'm not gonna pick him out on a jukebox or anything.
No. Honestly,
Kerchak here is just like, dude, I don't know about this fucking kid.
I know.
I'm telling you, man, Truly is growing on me.
Dude, I've got a pomegranate one here, and then I've also got Henry. Have you had the Henrys?
Sparkling water. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got their hard seltzer, and I've got a blueberry lemonade that's calling my name one here in a minute.
They're pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah, they sneak up on you too.
They do. It's just after a while, like just beer, if I drink it all day, just weighs me down,
It
and I'm
does.
like, dude, I
It
just
just
can't.
sits in your gut.
Yeah.
Dude, you know Tarzan's made of like strong stuff because he didn't shit himself right there.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I
The
shit
drawings,
myself.
dude, Kerchak looks badass.
Oh yeah, the animation. This is the heyday of animation.
Damn right.
Like
I think
this
this
is.
still looks really good.
I think it looks fantastic. I love it. This is what you get a lot of the. This is still the style that like a lot of the DC animated and
Yeah.
Marvel animated stuff. They still use this style a lot. They haven't gone as much to the computer generated stuff like Frozen and obviously what Pixar and DreamWorks does.
Like he'll never be one of us.
I heard that too.
No. That's what we said about Cyclone on the pod, and look at him.
He owns
He's in like
us.
Flint.
He owns us. Turk. What's your feeling on Turk?
I like Turk.
I like Turk, too.
I've never really had that big a problem with Rosie O'Donnell
I didn't either.
because I don't vote, so I don't
Yeah.
care what her.
I remember
all-
I used to watch the Rosie O'Donnell show every day when I came home from school.
I barely remember that. She had her own talk.
Yeah, it was basically Ellen, but it was Rosie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good for her. I just remember her brother was Chris O'Donnell. We all thought he would be bigger than her in like
Yeah.
'95. Kerchak's kind of a dick. He rules with an iron fist, but
I mean, you got to sometimes though.
what I love about Disney,
To hold you,
I'm not sure if
keep
they
you
still do this or
safe
not.
and warm.
But back in the day, man,
bond
they would
between
actually
us
go. They would
can't
have
be
people
broken.
research,
I'll
what
be here.
gorillas and stuff did in
Don't you
them.
cry,
What the fuck?
'cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore.
Okay, I don't like this soundtrack as much as Lion King.
You'll be in my heart. What they say. Alright, I'm done. What were you saying? You were saying something.
It wasn't. It wasn't as cool as when we sung along to like Aladdin songs and shit. These
We
are all
weren't-
like really
We
chill
weren't that
songs.
drunk.
There's Phil Collins.
Yeah.
I was saying that Disney used to have like scout teams like go out and just like watch gorillas for 6 months and be like, oh yeah, the baby's right on the mom's back, and like all of it was really.
They become one with the
Cool, countdown.
like they truly immerse themselves in that world.
Well, even how Lion King, like how the lions slept in the pack and everything like that. It was all
Yeah.
truthful. Maybe this chick just shouldn't be a mom. Like she's already lost her fucking
She's
second
lost
kid that
another kid.
she stole out of a treehouse.
That's one noise like an elephant. I can never make an elephant noise.
It'd be pretty hard to make.
It's not an elephant.
I mean, of all these, I mean, he does kind of stand out a little bit. It was like, when Michael Jackson performed with the Jackson 5 after the Bad album. They're like, okay, which one doesn't fit?
Yeah. He's definitely a token child for sure.
Round peg, square hole.
See, that right there is a bro. Even though I know Turk is a girl, that's a bro right there. Like, coming to your rescue.
Is it, though? Is
Yeah.
Turk a girl?
I'm like 85% sure that it's Turk is a girl.
Okay. I thought it was just Rosie
Yes,
O'Donnell playing a
because
boy.
No, it's Turk, which is short for Turkina, and a female version of turquoise merged
Okay.
with Tika. I don't know what any of that is, but it's a tomboy gorilla with a Brooklyn accent. That's what Wikipedia says, so it's got to be true. Dude, how jacked is baby Tarzan already?
I know, man. Well, the thing is, he's already on like the keto fucking diet
Yeah.
because that's the only option to eat stuff there.
Do gorillas eat meat?
No, that's the weird thing about gorillas. They don't eat meat and they're that big.
Yeah, that's
They
crazy.
just eat vegetables. And I
Like,
guess fruit,
yeah,
bananas.
they eat like bananas and like grass, I guess,
They
and
eat
leaves.
grass.
Yeah. I think they eat. I think they eat ants too. No, that's chimpanzees. They use like the stick to
Oh
like.
yeah.
Yeah, that's chimps. Never mind.
Every time I watch one of these movies, I'm like, dude, it'd be cool to just like live out in the jungle like this. But then, I mean, once you just go out on a Texas summer day, it's just hot and fucking humid. You're like, okay, this. It looks like it's 78 degrees here all the time in these
Yeah, I
Disney
can
movies.
do. I don't order pizza this often, but I like to be somewhere where I can order a pizza and they'll deliver it to me. The longest I can go without that being an option is like 3 days.
Yeah,
Like I can go camping for 3 days, but day four, I may not order a pizza, but I want to be able to order a pizza.
it's just kind. It's kind of. And once again, I don't know who came out first, but I don't know which story came out first instead of what movie. But it's kind of a ripoff of Jungle Book. Which you can check out our movie commentary on that.
It's
Except, man,
similar. Let's
I
see.
almost like watching this movie better than Jungle Book because Jungle Book, I think, really drags the third act.
Yeah, this one definitely picks up momentum. Oh, do you
And we
remember?
haven't got. They've done a lot of creative stuff here. We haven't even got to the part wherever he's kind of a snowboarder when
Yeah,
he's doing the vines, which I thought was really badass.
they.
Fucking hippo.
Do you remember being a kid and just like making those stupid dares? Like, no, you won't do that. Like
Oh yeah,
belly flopping off into the pool. Like,
I was always the kid though. I'm like, dude, I've been down there. It's like an inch deep. I'm not gonna fucking jump in that. I'll break my fucking leg. Like, oh, you fucking pussy. I'm like, no, I just don't want to break my fucking leg. I guess.
yeah. See, I was the kid that like no questions asked. I'll do it. I'm not afraid.
And
Surprisingly, I never broke a bone either.
this is totally from fucking Jungle Book. The elephants with the baby elephant.
Yeah.
Even though I kind of like this one better.
Yeah, I've always been more partial to Tarzan than I was to Jungle Book. Although Jungle Book is super solid.
But Tarzan's more bro. He's jacked and he fucks Jane. Like
It's true.
Mobley is kind of a little bitch whenever you rewatch it.
It's true. You know who's a bitch? Tantor right here.
Yeah, he's got to pull an elephant hair.
There actually
That should
aren't
be an
piranhas in
elephant in
Africa.
Africa.
Piranhas are in South America.
Are they in Africa?
Yes.
And so was Lion King because that's in one of the songs.
Yes. The over exaggeration of like flying up.
I love that directing scene when everyone's flying toward the camera and yells, then he goes back down from the
Yeah.
camera. It's fucking great. This would just be like a wave pool at
Yeah.
a Six Flags Hurricane Harbor.
There's nothing worse when you're like, okay, I'm like you fall off your little like floaty and you're in the deep end of the wave pool and you can't quite touch, but you can almost
Yeah,
touch. And you're like, I just want to stop. Like, just turn it off already.
that would suck.
That would be terrifying.
Fucking Kochak's
Oh,
gonna be so pissed off.
Kerchak, so mad. He's gonna kill him. He might kill him this time.
If they did this live action, The Rock would play him. And like, I'm not
Yeah,
saying that he would just voice him; like he'd literally
he would
play him,
literally just be
and
Kerchak.
everyone else would be apes. Have the Brahma Bull tattoo. I'm like, is that accurate? Can apes get tattoos?
Yeah,
Like,
they
I
can.
guess.
Yeah, why not?
He's like, where is that some bitch?
That's some bitch. Wayne Knight as Tantor. I forgot about that too. I got a whole tale of them.
Yeah, why don't you just go up and ask your friend, like, hey, can
Yeah.
I borrow one of your hairs?
Hey, I mean, it's like, hey, look, can I have some of your pee while you're at it too? Why do you need some of my pee? Just got this thing.
The Rock might have to slim down to play him, actually,
I was
though.
actually just thinking that. I follow The Rock on Instagram, and when he's working out, it is like insane.
He
He
works out at like 4 a.m. too.
Yeah,
3 a.m.
from like he does like 2 a days still, and he's like 50.
Not in front of the kid.
I
Come
know.
on.
You never argue in front of the kid.
Not even his kid.
It's his step kid,
I
technically.
guess. Yeah, not really by choice, though. The mom just came and was like, hey, this is your stepson, by the way. Also, are we doing like a real date this week? Because we haven't been out for a while.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? I don't.
He's like, our actual kid just died. Like, you don't just get over that overnight.
They kind of just mulled over that, didn't they? They're just
Yeah.
like, oh, by the way, they lost their child real quick. The cheat ate him. And then here's Tarzan. So just.
So he's painting his face with mud here.
He's trying to do blackface. This is
Yeah,
96.
I guess
Not
it's allowed
96.
back then.
Do you think some of our African American friends saw this theater's like, yeah, like that would fucking happen? Like someone white just like, God, if I could just be like black, my life would be so much easier.
Right?
Cops would pay me more attention, and I get the job.
I mean, I'm qualified for it. I don't believe that mud would wipe off that easily. Like, what are gorilla's skin made of? Like ShamWows?
Well, they probably have a coconut tree and use coconut oil for their skin. It's really soft.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Once again, I wish I'd seen the new Tarzan movie with Margot Robbie, because I wonder if they did the young Tarzan or they just went right to
I
the.
think they just went right to the. I think it was more like England invading Africa is more what they focused on.
I bet it's pretty good. It had a pretty good cast. I don't know.
I heard
you have
it
to
was
be in a certain mood
fantastic.
to watch it.
Yeah, I heard it was really good, but it's not like easy subject matter. I'm pretty sure it was rated R actually.
Nice. I know whoever the guy was got fucking ripped for it.
He was jacked.
As an actor, man, the movie would have to be pretty good. You know, like Momoa got fucking ripped for Conan the Barbarian, and he's probably like, no one fucking saw this movie. Now, if you're gonna get ripped for Aquaman and it's gonna set a record in December, I'd get that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put my body through 6 months of hell of not drinking and not eating chips to just to get that rip to be like, oh, you're gonna be Conan the Barbarian, and literally it'll be like third at the box office in February.
All the wisdom to be wise. All these things will come to you in time. On this journey that you're making, and there'll be answers that you'll seek. And you climb the
What year did Toy Story come out? The same year, wasn't it?
94, I think, is when Toy Story came out.
No, Lion King was 94.
Maybe 92 then?
95. So
95.
it went Lion King 94, Toy Story 95, then this. I have to say all these Phil Collins songs sound the exact fucking same.
Yeah.
I think he's like, that's the beat I'm going to have for every song. I'll just change the lyrics.
Yeah, until the one in the camp. That one's fun.
Okay.
What? You
Oh,
don't like that?
When Tantar's like drumming or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be so fun to fucking live in the jungle. If you're like, if it was this
If I
kind
was
of jungle.
Tarzan, yeah. But like in the real jungle, there's like spiders as big as your face that'll eat you.
Disney used to do this all the time. It's like, let's have a scene where he just kind of just turns
Yep.
28 really quick.
Yep.
That was Simba too.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did that with Lion King. I always thought this was so funny as a kid. That's just impressive. To be able to climb a waterfall like that.
He's
to the sky. Lift your
Tantar apparently wasn't on the same diet, or Turk wasn't on the same diet as Tarzan.
Son of man in time you'll be. This right here, he's like the surfer.
He's like surfing or snowboarding. It's kind of badass, actually.
It was really cool, like
almost skateboarding kind of. Yeah. This was the trailer.
Yeah,
this was. And then go Tarzan. Remember seeing that? I was like, "Mom, fucking take me to that."
Yeah, I was like, I want to go now. They're like, it doesn't come out for 6 months. I don't care. So this is so unrealistic, right? You can always sneak up on your mom. Like, they're like the easiest person to scare.
But I went to my personal trainer. I'm like, hey, I want to look like Tarzan from the '96 thing. It's like, well, he's a cartoon. I'm like, and?
I don't understand the problem.
You want me to go somewhere else?
Yeah. So why is an elephant just hanging out with a bunch of gorillas?
I don't get that.
I don't get that.
It's just like, I don't know. Maybe his dad thought that he should have led the herd and not started that band. I don't know. Jane's pretty hot in this too.
Mm-hmm. I can get behind that. Yeah, Jane might be like a 5-12 upset in the tournament. She's that 12 you don't want to play.
Once again, I don't get this. There's fucking like 10 gorillas.
Again, this is not normal.
Why didn't anyone help? Yeah. Like, why is it one-on-one? This makes no sense.
Hop in there, Tarzan. Get you some.
He's getting his ass kicked. Help him out.
Get you some.
What's weird is the jaguar does not talk at all.
No, it's not. Or it doesn't. It is weird.
What if at the very end he started talking and he had an English accent? I'm like, well, that's weird.
All right, look. It was a big misunderstanding.
You haven't talked the entire time.
There's no way you're going to be able to climb up a tree faster than the fucking jaguar, too.
Can jaguars climb trees?
Yeah.
No, jaguars are not as fast as cheetahs.
No, cheetahs are like African plains fast, like run you down.
Yeah.
Jaguars are like house cats for the jungle.
They're almost like a small lioness.
I would say they're a mix between like a cheetah, a lion, and a tiger. Like if they all three had a threesome but only ended up with one baby, but it still had genetics from all three, that's what a jaguar would be. Because they're smaller, like they're like a cheetah size, but they're bulkier, like a lion or a tiger.
Once again, no one's helping.
No, what would you jump into that?
This is honestly why LeBron left the Cavs. He's like, guys, seriously?
Yeah.
Like we have 8 guys. Just maybe bump it or something. Do something. Oh, I remember this
Geiger,
scene too. This seems badass.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You're my boy, but if you got in a fight with a jaguar, I'm gonna let you take that one.
If you were a silverback fucking gorilla?
Yeah, I'd probably honestly, if the jaguar beat you, I'd probably pull a Katie and be like, "Yo, I'm a jaguar now."
God, this is a badass scene.
It was a really cool scene. It's kind of surprising how early that comes too.
Yeah, because I almost forget I was like that. Because I was thinking, the Jaguar's not the main. It's that Clayton guy.
Yeah. This is when he like earns the respect of all of the other gorillas except for Kerchak.
He's very well drawn with like all the muscle definition and shit.
And they made him like his
It's
stomach
more
is
just
really, really
masturbating
skinny
right
and
now.
very, very toned. They didn't make him just like ripped and jacked.
Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
he can't be. I mean, he can't be completely jacked. I mean, there's no weight room in the jungle.
The jungle is the weight room.
So on Disney Channel, when Disney Channel was at its prime, from like '95 to '98, remember they did making of the movie. I remember
Mm-hmm.
watching the making of the movie in this all the time, and
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of that.
I remember like watching them draw the skateboarding scenes.
So Kerchak, here you go. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't even do that, bitch.
He's like, don't you know I'm vegan? Jeez.
It's like maybe I was wrong about you, but I still hate elephants. They'll never change.
Yeah. Elephants. You guys are all tough. Like, elephants are pussies.
I have some fun facts.
Ooh, a horns fun fact? All right, I'm in.
Yeah, Jeff just got done shaving his legs, so he sent me some fun facts to go
Okay,
over.
perfect.
Let me pull them up here. First, Jeff Hornacek fun fact that he's not even on the pod.
It's fine.
Tarzan is voiced by the grandson of Walt Disney's friend and colleague. So he said Tony Goldwyn voiced Tarzan. His father is Samuel Goldwyn, who is a well-known TV producer. He's done some independent stuff. Do you watch ABC Scandal? I guess he did that.
I don't, but I've heard of it. I've actually heard really good things. Brooke Banner and then my brother and sister-in-law, both or all three of them, absolutely love it. They can't get enough of it.
So
yeah,
basically,
good things.
he wanted his grandson to get a chance, and then they finally gave him one for Tarzan. And also, what was that Phil Collins song you were just singing?
Which one?
You'll Be in My Heart.
Yeah.
He wrote that at a Christmas party in like 15 minutes. He was like playing piano. So basically, Phil Collins did what we do at our Christmas party. We do a quick movie commentary while our wives are cooking, and then they yell at us like, "Hey, our family's coming." I was like, "Oh, I'm almost done with this movie commentary." So he wrote that at a Christmas party before all of his guests showed up,
That's
and then
awesome.
did a quick demo on his piano, and then sent it to Disney Studios. He's like, "Here's a song I think might be okay."
That's awesome. Here's a Banner fun fact. My the dance at my wedding, like that you have with the groom and the mother, was to that song.
Wow, and your wife walked down the aisle to "Can You Feel the Love Tonight." It was
She
just a
did.
Disney themed wedding.
It
It's
was.
awesome.
It was. I also wore a loincloth like Tarzan.
Yeah, we thought that was kind of fucking weird, but that's just because you were so drunk you just kind of forgot where your
I
tux was.
honestly didn't know I was supposed to wear a tux. I mean, I saw it sitting there, but like, I mean, if you give me the choice, what do you think I'm gonna pick?
I just don't think characters are drawn like this anymore. Even
No.
Clayton he was very well drawn. Jane is very well drawn. Jane's dad is very well drawn.
Very defined features like big chins and noses and
Yeah,
like everything is kind of like it's all real squared. It's not round. Like nothing's really real rounded. You know?
it looks very realistic. And I even think like Lion King and even kind of Aladdin to a point looked realistic. But now it just seems like they don't want it, like Pixar, they don't want it to look as realistic, I guess. The facial features and the body features. Now, Clayton looks like fucking Howie Long or something like that. Like he's older, but he's still fucking jacked as fuck. And I guess there was a deleted scene where Tarzan went to England, but they just decided. Which, thank God they did, because that could have made it a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, that's
but they
way
just
too
decided
much
like,
for this.
it was in the book, but I just don't think it really fits in
No,
this.
and
So
I think in the new one he goes back to England.
yeah, I think he does too, because I remember seeing it from the
It
trailer.
actually it may be starts where he's in England and it only where he comes back.
Yeah. And I kind of like that they took liberties with that, because it actually makes more sense that he just stays with his family and Jane leaves. However, like we said before, is like there's nothing more just annoying than a movie where you're like, okay, let's just get to the point than just changing scenes all the fucking time.
Yeah. No, this movie is it's really simplistic, actually. Like, it's kind of two stories. You have him growing up as a human in an ape world, and nobody really accepts him. He kills the jaguar, and now they accept him. And then we kind of flip gears and go, okay, now he's a human, realizes he's not alone, but he's grown up with apes. Let's go on that. Also, these baboons terrify me.
These are like Rafikis. I wonder if they know Rafiki. I bet Rafiki was part of them. Is like, they're just too extreme for me, so I just moved kind of more southern Africa.
Rafiki's like the Bob Marley of baboons. He's just like,
they're all really conservative.
Yeah.
I leaned more left. I don't know. It's just kind of the way I saw the world.
Yeah, I just I don't disagree with their statements. I respect them. I just prefer to lean the other way.
I just really wish we could have a conversation about it instead of them just trying to kill me every time.
Yeah, it's disgusting, really. This part right here, absolutely phenomenal.
So great.
Artistry.
Is this a ride at Disney World or Disneyland?
No, but it should be. No.
Are there any Tarzan rides?
Kind of. Disneyland has the Tarzan's treehouse, but it used to be the Swiss Robinson treehouse, which is essentially the same story. They literally didn't change anything, but they just
a sign up front.
Yeah, they just renamed it, and I believe that's about it.
Let's make it more cool for the kids nowadays, so they know what the fuck this is.
The strength to be able to hold her foot with your feet.
I mean, yeah, Jane's probably $110 though, but yeah.
Do you think she's that much? I was thinking like 97.
I mean, 97 pounds is not that much. She's got to at least be 105, maybe. We'll call it even. Something like that.
105 after Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. Well, with all that fucking dress and shit she has on her, too.
Oh, with that dress, she's 200 pounds. Those things are fucking heavy. Ugh. Love that trope. I'm going to cover your body with my body, like tornado drill style.
That was a great scene.
It was.
And once again, as Broforce Squad tradition, one that we would not want to play on Sega or PlayStation because there's no fucking...
So hard. There's no way you could beat it. I honestly don't know that you would get past beating the Jaguar, though. I feel like that would be a tough boss.
God, I love the loincloth. If we just lived our life in a loincloth, I mean, I guess they're kind of like boxer shorts. It's just so awesome.
There's two possible scenarios there. One, it's awesome. It's great. You just living free.
Yeah.
Second one, though, is depending on where it lands, you may have some serious chafing issues.
Jane's got kind of a nice ass.
I'm just saying, she's a 12.5 that you don't want to meet. I'm just saying.
Don't let the women fool you when they're like, I kind of want someone that's attainable with a dad bod. Every girl fantasizes about being rescued by Tarzan.
Yeah, no.
I fantasize about being rescued by Tarzan.
Yes.
It's on Jeff's bucket list.
It's just, it's kind of weird. Like, I feel like a bucket list are things that you can actually achieve, and I just don't know that he can make that happen. He's been trying,
either that or curing cancer. You just, whatever God gets around to first, really. Take either one.
This is a cool emotional scene if you're into those kind of things.
Yeah, so I guess the artist of this film, came up with this because he did this to his newborn child when she was first born. He's like, "Oh, this would be kind of a cool one." Especially they've been teasing it the whole movie because he kept putting his hand in the hand of a fucking gorilla. I mean, obviously it's like, we're kind of more similar than a gorilla, but you can put your hand in the fucking paw of a lion too. I think it would be more similar.
Just so you guys are aware too, putting your hand up to a girl's hand like that works at a bar, but then leaning in your face to her boobs does not work.
Doesn't work ever.
A friend told me, allegedly.
You think if we did that to 1,000 girls, do you think one of them would say, "Oh, that's from Tarzan. That's really funny and cool"? Do you think any of them would even know?
Ooh, okay. Hold on. All right, let's think about this. 1,000 girls.
1,000 girls, and none of them could listen to our podcast and know that we actually brought this up.
Okay,
There's no
but
fucking way.
okay, are you allowed to go ooh ah, ah first?
I mean, sure. With rape culture where we're at now, they're just gonna think that you're a fucking perv and call somebody. There's no way they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's from Tarzan."
Yeah, but they're not gonna call somebody and tell anybody for 20 years.
It kind of reminds me of a game we played in college. It's not exactly that, but we would get drunk, and once we went to the bar, if we went to the bar for 3 hours, like, okay, we can only talk to people in movie quotes
Yeah,
for the next 3 hours, which is a really fun game to play.
it's a lot harder than you think until you get really drunk, and then
Yeah.
it just flows off the tongue.
Well, the easiest one is just try to, like, if you're talking to chicks or something, just try to think of, like, I always try to think of a franchise because I had 3 movies to go off of, and just basically I just say lines from there the whole time.
Yeah. Really, the easiest thing is to just assume the identity of a character. So in this case,
Jane has to be hotter than hell. Like that, it's hot. I mean, she's in.
it's muggy
the
there.
fucking jungle.
Yeah, there's no wind airflow, no wind whatsoever. This part right here, this is a good scene.
So I guess
A little cameo from Beauty and the Beast, Mrs.
Yeah.
Potts and Chip.
that's fucking awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All of this. So all I have a question to ask you after that. All of this is from Phil Collins. All of these noises that they're about to do for this song, he did them all
Really?
separately.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another fun fact.
And then he like edited them together.
Yeah. So is this connected to Beauty and the Beast then? Because did Beauty and the Beast take place in England?
It's
that where
actually
they got him?
It's France.
Okay, close enough. So they could have got him at like a sale or something like that. So they could have known Beast.
There's a huge theory out there, and I'm not as deep into it as I probably should be, or you would expect me to be, but there's a theory out there that Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Tarzan, Beauty and the Beast, and Frozen are all connected. And they're saying that Tarzan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Tarzan actually may be Anna and Elsa's brother from Frozen, because their parents went off on the ship and they were going to I think Tangled, Rapunzel, is wrapped up into this theory as well. They were going to Ariel and Prince Eric's wedding when their ship crashed, a la in Africa. So Tarzan is their brother. There's like a whole... They connect them all together a lot smarter than I can, but... Shooba-doop, doobie-doop, doobie-doobie-doop,
It sounds like someone I always want to smoke weed to and just kind of diagram. I mean, obviously Jane and Belle were probably sorority sisters, so that could have connected.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. It was weird, though. Like, they got along freshman, sophomore year, but something happened junior year. I don't know.
Belle just kind of started going out with the wrong type of guys,
Yeah.
like guys that were fucking a beast and not human.
Yeah, it was weird. I heard something about Jane was caught with Anna's boyfriend in a precarious situation. I don't know. I also think that Phil Collins was like, all right, I need to make a song where Rosie O'Donnell has to sing but doesn't actually have to sing.
You see Phil's like, okay, I'm just gonna beat, like, you know, against a wall and a bunch of just fucking shit. We'll make this a song somehow. If you're a musician, like a good musician that writes your own songs, I bet these, like, writing songs for a movie like this is probably not only easy, it's probably kind of fun, because you just,
it's a blast.
like, dude, they just have to be stupid kid songs. You don't really have to make sense or anything like that.
They just have to be fun. Also, this scene, Trash in the Camp, I don't know if this is a fact or not, but I'm going to make it up and start this rumor if it's not. Looks like it's paying homage to Jungle Cruise, the ride at Disneyland and Disney World. So they're actually making a live-action of that. The Rock is in it, obviously.
Well, yeah, well, if it's a movie coming out,
Yeah.
I think Trump made that like a law. Like if a movie comes out, 20% of the movies that come out have to feature The Rock.
Right. Yeah, and he's currently sitting in 18.7%. So we've got to hit
Yeah,
get
gotta hit
that
quota.
in that fourth quarter.
What if he just got shot right now and is actually connected to the Cincinnati Zoo somehow?
Oh my God. What was that? What was that?
Harambe, bro.
Harambe. That's right.
Just half his head gets taken off. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that escalated quickly.
It's like I
He's
like
like,
being
but
an ape, but I also want
like
to
pussy.
put this thing here in her loincloth.
Yeah. I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but I mean, ape style, that's a thing, right? If dogs can have their own way, why can't I have my way?
Okay, maybe her ass isn't that good. I think she just has that
She's just got that thing
breast
on.
thing at the back of
Yeah.
it. Okay.
It's deceiving.
It's weird. Margot Robbie would probably not have been my first choice. You know who would have been is Natalie Portman.
Yeah. I can totally see that.
I mean,
But
it
again,
just is like
we've said it. If we've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times. What Natalie Portman are you gonna get? Thor: The Dark World Natalie
she's the
Portman?
Antonio Brown of actresses. Like, are you going to behave and actually be good, or are you just going to be a fucking joke the whole time? And it's one or the other.
Just for reference of people that are listening to this 30 years from when it comes out, because we know it'll still be out on the internet, Antonio Brown has now signed and been released by 2 teams in 3 weeks of the NFL season.
3. Well, yeah, 3 teams since it was Steelers, then Raiders.
Yeah.
Now New England.
It's such a Dallas. I'm telling you, he's going to end up with Dallas when it's all said and done. I've been saying it for months. It's a Dallas thing to do to sign him.
I think he's out of the league for good.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes out with the allegations. Which, spoiler alert for you at home, listen to this 30 years from now. You guys already know. Or you don't know because you have no idea who Antonio Brown is.
So this is just like Lion King almost, wherever he's kind of talking on Pride Rock.
Yeah.
Kerchak, I think, is just a misunderstood kind of dude.
Hey, look, it's hard being a leader.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you want to be liked, but you can't. You have to make the decisions no one else is willing to make.
Like, they're like, you know, your father, when he's like, my father didn't have, like, a human, like, running with us. Like, that's kind of weird, dude. You gotta admit. Like, it was all apes in my father's time. It's different now.
It's a different time. Evolution.
Wish Jane would have drew a third leg there.
He's like, his dick was this big.
It was that big. It was insane. Fucking Clayton. It'd be pretty fun to be fucking Clayton too, dude. You just have a fucking gun going into the jungle.
Just walking around the jungle with a shotgun.
And Jane.
Yeah. Jane. Never mind. I don't want Jeff to do much editing. I'm just saying. They were at sea for how long? Like, and she's the only woman on the boat?
I mean, yeah, it's...
I'll leave that to you.
Nowadays, she'd probably blow the whistle. Back then, I mean, they just kind of... That's just the way it was, I guess. That's her dad, though, right? I think?
Yeah, that's her dad.
Yeah.
The professor.
It'd be really fucking weird to, like... If you had a person... It'd basically be like a Casino Man, pretty much. If you had a person...
I love that. We should do a commentary on that.
God, dude, that's an old school fucking movie.
So old. I love it. I have it on DVD.
It makes sense so much that someone would just be frozen under your fucking... like, under your house, and you dig them up because you're, like, building a pool.
Yeah.
And then you just unthaw him, and he just comes out of it like it's no problem at all.
It's no big deal. It's whatever.
Brendan Fraser too.
Brendan Fraser, Pauly Shore, and Sean Austin.
Rudy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the chicken, that was pretty hot too.
Fucking Tennessee. Holy gold.
And Clayton is basically just big game hunting, pretty much. Like, he wants to kill a gorilla, I think.
He's like the dude in Jurassic Park that's hunted everything. He goes, you know what? I want to hunt a Tyrannosaurus Rex now.
Yeah. Because they hired him to basically like, hey, we want to go on a safari. You just keep us safe just in case something bad happens. He's like, yeah, whatever. He's like, I want to come here and just kill all these gorillas.
This is a pretty cool montage scene, too.
Yeah, and this is another Phil Collins song, which sounds the same as all the other ones we've heard, except for the...
Nothing to me.
Remember these? Like, wouldn't that be insane? It was like, and then you just see, like, New York City. Like, what the fuck?
And yet so far.
It'd basically be like in 96 when I'm walking around with my Walkman on, and I'm like, God, this is fucking awesome. If someone just gave me something, it's like, you could get any song ever just on this thing here, and you don't even need a string. It'll just literally, like, go to these headphones. And I'd just be like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Clayton's just sitting there smoking his pipe like, man, the shit we can get back home is way better than the shit we can get in Africa.
The person's just, see Jane run. See Jane do doggy style with Tarzan? Like, oh, well, I added that page.
Yeah, I got bored. Makes me feel like never before.
I fucking love Clayton. He's trying to, like, get shit out of him. He's like, well, he only talked to Jane. I'm like, yeah, I wonder why that is.
Yeah.
Yep, pussy will keep you up, that's for sure.
Yeah, it'll do it to you. Poor guy doesn't even have, like, a waistband to tuck his boner into.
I know, no shit, dude. If you had a boner, there's not a waistband.
No.
He doesn't have a book or a magazine to put in front of it.
Nothing.
Just gotta.
I guess the one thing he has
is
he's kind of always hunched over, so maybe he can kind of like use his legs to hide it there. But
when I was a senior in high school,
I doesn't get him laid, then he just needs to jump
climbing
Jane.
up a tree with her.
Yeah, to show her a bunch of birds.
See, he knows enough to do the romantic shit, though.
Yeah, Jane, I'm just saying.
Then you gotta do the...
She might be like a 9 seed for me now.
She's hot. That is a perfect day right there. Do something sweet, and then do something like a little dangerous that you've done before.
Yeah.
Like if you're a snowboarder or a surfer and you teach her how to do it, you'll get laid every fucking time. That's undefeated. That and Father Time. That date right there. Wasn't there a son of Tarzan? I want to say there was a Tarzan too, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was. I want to say though it was like when he was a kid, and it was just like the adventures.
No, I thought it was him and Jane's kid.
Oh, maybe. Oh, I think I'm thinking of the TV show.
Yeah, it just says Tarzan 2, and Glenn Close is in it. Maybe it is a young... Fucking Brad Garrett's in it. Ron Perlman.
Perlman's in it?
I guess, man. Came out in 2005. It just says Tarzan 2. It does look like it was just him when he was a kid, which is weird. Why would you do that? Why would we need to know more about that story?
I mean, I want to know more about when he was a kid. I just want to understand his motivations for turning from ape to human. Also, do you think Kerchak beat him as a kid?
Of course he did. It's just because he loved him. Well, no, that's not even the case. He fucking hated him. I don't know why he did it. This is the worst feeling ever. Whenever you're so close to scoring and the chick moves, or summer's over and you won't see her anymore. And then the last night, she's like, actually, I really wanted to lose my virginity to you, but I'm kind of on my period, so maybe next time. Just maybe we could have a long distance relationship for 8 months and see each other next summer. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
fun.
totally. Right. That's exactly what I want to do.
This is a good lesson for kids, though. You're about to go talk to a woman who looks like she's pretty well off that sips tea in London and be like, hey, you just want to stay in the jungle with me? No, no.
No, look,
I
I
don't
want
want
to
to stay
order
in
a
your
pizza.
shitty ass one
Sorry.
bed apartment.
It's been months. I just need to order a pizza.
I just need a shower and a cup of tea
Yeah.
and, yeah, pizza. And she's trying to change him. She's like, why don't you come to London with me? Like, is there any vines there or any, like, animals I can kill? Like, not really. I'd like to see this though. Tarzan 2 should have been Tarzan moving to England. He gains about 30 pounds and he's like he's big into like Man U or something, or what's an England soccer team?
Yeah, like Manchester City or Chelsea or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's a big Chelsea fan, so he's like going to all the games. It's like it's not the jungle, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like soccer stuff.
yeah, it's like an urban jungle, the concrete jungle. You know what I mean?
I'm on a fantasy team. Clayton's beat me this week though, but feel pretty confident that Chelsea can pull
Yeah,
back.
it'll be fine. Can you imagine being in a fantasy football league with Clayton?
Football.
Football.
Look at Tarzan doesn't know any of the players. Like, listen, just this trade is gonna work out best for both of us. You trade me Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah,
okay, and then I give you Keelan Doss from the Raiders, the
yeah,
receiver, the fourth best receiver. But he's on Hard Knocks, so
yeah. So obviously you know the name.
what would you do here, Banner? Okay, you're raised by fucking apes. You're in the jungle, having the time of your life. You finally see a chick that you like, kind of want to have sex if you know what sex
I
is.
already know where
Would
you're
you
going
go
with
to
this.
England or would you just
You are 100% following the pussy. Especially because
just
you
go
gotta.
to England and fuck her, then come back to the jungle?
Here's the thing: you're rolling the dice. You're going to England. You know what's in England? More chicks.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So you're gonna roll the dice and you're gonna make that trip over there. And you can always come back to the jungle if you want. If it just doesn't work out.
Jungle's not going anywhere. And the
No.
the other thing too, man,
Well,
is you
it
have the
wasn't going
greatest
anywhere in the
opening.
20s whenever this was takes place. It might be going somewhere now.
That's true. Yeah, we got it bulldozed. It's a mini mall now. I mean, it's a great complex and some apartments too, if you want to live there. Like I
They have
used
a
to live here
great
for free. I'm like,
they
well,
have
now
a
you got to pay
great
rent.
fake
But
plant store there.
a good Kerchak and them dressed up in drag. That was not very. That was looked down upon back then. It'd be celebrated now. They'd probably get a picture in a magazine. But
Yeah.
also, what I was saying, you go to a bar or a pub, as they call it in London. Man, you have the greatest opening line ever. It's like I was literally my parents were killed visiting the jungle. I was raised by apes, and now I'm just here trying to learn. They're like, "Oh, babe, that's cool. You don't know what like
So
cheating is or being a dick or whatever. Like
yeah,
that's awesome."
I don't know what any of that is. Also, I've never tasted alcohol before. So what's your favorite drink? What do
Yeah,
you suggest? You should buy it for me.
giving them Heinekens and Guinnesses over there.
Ooh, man, that's a rough night. Just pounding Guinness all night. Jesus. Ooh.
What's up with her mom? Damn.
I
Like, mom, I'm gonna get ass and drive a Range Rover. Why are you being all stingy?
I totally forgot how this ends, and it would never happen in a Disney movie. Never happen.
Are you
This
saying
is
a
a really
lie
cool scene
happened
too.
when it's like, oh yeah, I've been lying to you the whole time and I'm poor, and Jasmine's like, oh yeah, I still like you? That wouldn't fucking happen either.
Really cool artist. I keep calling it artistry. It's not artistry, right? What is it? Animation?
animation, visuals, I guess. I don't know.
Good scene, camera angles.
Fucking Clayton. Baby gorillas are like the cutest fucking thing ever.
They just might be the cutest thing ever.
Every time we go to the zoo, my wife's like, I just want to pet one. I was like, well, they would rip your face off. I mean, they
even
are
a
still
baby, like literally fresh out the womb, they will tear your arm away from your body. I'm gonna have freaking Phil Collins stuck in my head the rest of the day.
I mean, welcome to my life. That's a pretty good little year they had. So 94 Elton John, 95 Randy Newman in Toy Story, and then now Phil Collins.
And then when was Aladdin? When was Aladdin?
That was 92.
So Aladdin wasn't bad. I don't know who did that, but that was good.
I don't think there was. I think most of them were voice actors singing. I mean, Robin Williams was singing.
I know Robin Williams did a lot of it.
It wasn't like a artist.
Wasn't a dude.
This dude's checking off all the boxes. Flowers, showing her something cool with birds, doing something dangerous, and then having babies around that aren't yours.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like, if she doesn't put out, then go somewhere else.
Yeah.
She's not going to.
Here's the thing: if she doesn't put out, there's no way you're going to London. You're not chasing that. You did everything that you needed to do. All you can do is hope she goes back, talks to her sorority sisters, and one of them is like, "Shit, I'll put out just for the story," and she just comes and knocks on your doorstep. Kerchak is like a raging alcoholic, though, also, right?
I mean, I'm sure, yeah. Like, he's had some issues.
Yeah.
He knows what a gun is, though, too.
Yeah. Well, of course he does. There is no way Tarzan... I mean, I don't know, maybe. If you've grown up with him, like...
If you've grown up with him, yeah.
Maybe.
Nature versus nurture. Nature always wins.
There is no way I would be stopping for him. I'd be like, yep.
I would agree that he could take down any gorilla except for the fucking alpha male silverback. I don't think he could
no way he could take down Kerchak. I would agree. He could probably hold his own. He could hold his own against the others.
Could The Rock fight a silverback gorilla?
I feel bad for that silverback.
I mean, I think
could he wrestle? Bitch is going down.
But the silverback literally weighs like 450 pounds.
Yeah, and The Rock fucking curls that with one arm.
I bet he could, man. Somebody listening is like, dude, you guys are fucking stupid. There's no fucking way The Rock could wrestle a silverback gorilla. I don't know, though. I mean, I would pay to see it. I'll tell you that. And if I had to bet on it, I'd probably bet on The Rock because he would be the underdog, so I'd win more money if he won. Or at least cover.
I don't know that The Rock would be the underdog. I don't know.
You've been to the zoo? That's huge.
I've been to the zoo. Have you seen The Rock in person?
Okay, you'd have to like defang the gorilla though, because you can't just have him bite him and be done.
Yeah,
it has to be like a wrestling match.
That's true.
Like just straight up wrestling. I'd almost say, I don't know if Brock Lesnar would even be a better one.
They're two
wrestling a
different
silverback.
Okay, I think the man-child of Brock Lesnar and The Rock, that could take on a silverback.
Well, and Brock Lesnar has a wrestling background. He's an All-American at Minnesota, and he's a UFC champion.
He was actually a 3-time All-American at Minnesota.
Yeah, and the Rock, even though he looks great, and it's probably I don't know if he's bigger than Lesnar. I mean, he's more jacked than Lesnar.
Yeah, here's the difference. You need the strength, just the pure strength that The Rock has, but you need the toughness that Lesnar has.
And Lesnar's quicker than The Rock too. Just like and he has
he's just inherently more athletic.
Fuck, I don't know, man.
But I don't know. I think Brock Lesnar
This just ruined my day. This is all I'm gonna think about.
Can you imagine that man-child though? A Brock Lesnar, half The Rock. Like
Okay,
ripped and as strong as The Rock, but as athletic and tough as Brock Lesnar.
next time somebody knocks on your door or gives you a pamphlet on who you're gonna vote for, ask them that question. Just to see what their face. Like, do you think Brock Lesnar could wrestle down a silverback gorilla or The Rock? Just ask him and just see what they look like.
Who would last longer against the silverback gorilla, The Rock or Brock Lesnar?
I really want this person even like voting for my. Is he intelligent enough to understand?
This might be a Twitter poll question. I think it is.
You had to say you got to defang the gorilla, or like put something around his mouth like a muzzle, because you can't just bite him.
Yeah,
that's not fair.
Let's see here. Poll.
Because like in wrestling or UFC, you can't bite somebody. Wearing his dad's. He's like, you think Jane will fuck me wearing this, Mom? No? Okay, well, I'll change. She had to know this day was going to come. I mean, he's just not going to have sex his whole life. Look at him. He's got a fucking 8-pack. Why do people go to the gym?
Yeah, you can just go to the jungle instead.
Yeah. Poor Glenn Close.
Do we have anybody else that we want on this poll? The Rock, Brock Lesnar. Who else?
I think that'd be the only two, really. Because you have to be big. I mean, there's other great fighters, but you got to be like fucking mammothly big. Would be badass to see though, dude. Somehow, if like we get big enough, we need to make that happen somehow. That's like Jackie Moon fighting a bear at halftime.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck this. Fucking Turk. Okay, I forget this. So he goes with Jane, right? Because he's dressed up to go with her.
He starts to go with her, but then he realizes...
And then he just dives out and just says, fuck it. So he basically, she blows him, and she's like, so what do you want to do tomorrow? And he's like, okay, I'm going to honestly jump overboard. So this was the scene where I guess that was a rewrite. They were going to actually have him, and they filmed it. Oh, this is why.
Yeah. They're trying to catch him, and then he realizes what all the cages are for.
Well, that's fucking stupid. Why not just wait, till you're halfway out and see? Oh. So Clayton probably gets paid
per head
from like a zoo or something to capture gorillas and like put them in there or something.
Yeah, I would assume.
Actually, probably selling a gorilla is probably pretty profitable business.
Yeah, I feel like it's high risk, high reward.
I guess. I mean, how many times is a fucking man gonna be in the jungle though with the gorilla thing? Clayton's like, happens more than you think, actually.
Yeah. He's like, clearly you've never been drunk.
If I had a nickel for every Tarzan I've met,
I'd have at least a pound. You know, because they're
See, better. This
British.
could be our jobs. We could just be on Clayton's crew. Wouldn't be a bad life.
There's no way we would survive on Clayton's crew. He would actually expect people to work.
It's true. We just kind of want to watch the gorillas, not really
Yeah.
hunt them or capture anything.
We could be, quote unquote, responsible for their well being at sea.
Hey, this is where Tantar goes underwater, right? Is this the kind of the part you said probably won't happen?
Won't happen what?
You said the ending. There's stuff that probably would.
There's something that
You
happens.
don't think an elephant can swim underwater like that?
No. There's something that happens later that they would never put in a Disney movie now. Absolutely never put in a Disney movie now. I'll tell you when we get to it. We're still a little ways from it. So did the crew and Clayton mutiny?
I think those are playing all along.
Then we could definitely be a part of Clayton's crew.
I mean, a question for me is, they just sailed from fucking England to Africa, and Jane and her dad, no one noticed the cages on the boat. There was like fucking 10 of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Jane probably just thought, I thought it turned into a club at night and girls just danced up there, just for effect, like in Vegas. I don't fucking know.
But she went to bed early because she's a good Christian girl.
That's true.
Okay, that's just ridiculous. For the most part, this has been relatively. I can believe you, but they just had an elephant
definitely
scale big ass boat.
Even like De Niro would be like, "Fucker, Tantar doesn't have the opposable thumbs to fucking walk up that boat. There's no way."
Kerchak making his rounds like a good leader. See, he's the first one in, last one to live.
Can we say Kerchak's kind of the same as Billy Zane in Titanic? He's done nothing wrong in this at all.
You know what? Cycle would be so proud of us. I agree. Hashtag free Kerchak.
His little, you call it a cub, whatever the fuck you call a baby gorilla, died.
Yeah.
And then his wife,
replaced
as great as she
is, with a fake one.
Yeah, and comes in with a human, and he's like, he's not ours, and if there is a human, they're going to come looking for him and probably kill us for taking him. And then he lets that slide his whole life, and now a bunch of other humans come in. He's like, listen, I let the one human slide. This one guy has a fucking gun. Obviously, they're a democratic nation. They don't believe in bearing arms. And now all of his fucking people that he tried to save are in cages and in nets. Didn't Kerchak die here?
Not quite. Yeah, quickly. Maybe Banner's gonna watch the end of the show with us.
Oh, nice.
There's the famous. You got rhino. See, now a rhino, that's not geographically correct for the area. Rhinos
I don't know if a lot of this is geographically correct.
No, they've been relatively correct.
Yeah, it wasn't like Jungle Book where tigers and panthers and wolves are all in the jungle together.
And black bears. Don't forget about a black bear.
And black bear. Like, what?
You literally have like 5 of the 7 continents represented there. Look at this. Tarzan's being the hero.
This third act happens really quickly.
It does.
It is a quick movie, though.
It's pretty intense, too. You got him leaving, and then they're taking Caleb away. Uh-oh. Look at that. Jane learning.
Yep, she's like, that might be my mother-in-law one day.
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
Then you got Rafiki's cousins.
Yeah, Rafiki's family here. You know what? Jane's eyeshadow still looks really good. Kudos to her.
Yeah. No. Woke up, no makeup. Clearly there's makeup on.
Tarzan got out of those threads pretty quick.
There it is. Man.
Missed him. Yeah, here it comes.
Yeah. Tarzan's reflexes to be able to avoid a shotgun like that, extremely impressive.
I don't know if he's doing that on purpose or he's just moving a lot that just is kind of missing.
No, I think he's doing it on purpose.
He's got a bad wing, though.
Don't put yours on. You know, just conditioning-wise, you know that Tarzan is in way better shape than Clayton.
Yeah, he just has a bad arm. Uh-oh. I don't remember how this ends.
Really?
No.
Oh, man.
Well,
then that
you
makes
had me
sense.
hanging.
That makes sense why I say, like, this will never happen.
You had me hanging by a thread. I'm like, does he? I was like, does he shoot him? I can't remember.
No. It's
Or did the jaguar come back or something?
no.
Hold
Oh
on.
man, I love that you don't know this.
I thought I can't remember what happened.
Yeah, that's Daddy. He hangs himself, and you can see him hanging in the lightning, in the shadow.
Okay, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, there's no way they would put that in a Disney movie now.
A guy hanging himself?
Yeah.
Probably not. Is he hanging up there with Jackson, Maine, or?
Yeah, right. Jesus, Matt.
Tell me something.
That's hilarious.
Oh man. Suicide's not funny, kids. Just it's a permanent solution to a problem that doesn't last that long.
It's
I think
not
is
really
what
a problem.
something like that. Yeah. Just drink or something. Get over it.
Yeah, or go seek help. There's a lot of different options out there.
But he's like, Kershak, we'll get you to a hospital. Oh yeah, we're in the jungle, not
Yeah.
in London. Never mind.
Actually, my bad about that. You're probably
Damn.
gonna die.
Gosh.
But good news is I'm gonna take over all the apes now.
Yeah, I'm taking over all the ape stuff, and I'm probably gonna take Jane as well. So things are looking up for me.
Yeah, it's actually going really, like, life couldn't be better. About to get a raise at work too, 25 cents.
The problem with this movie though is like you don't feel Kerchak's death like you do,
No,
Mufasa or anything.
you should. Yeah, they don't do a good job of building up that. I mean, they do a good job building up that animosity that Tarzan just wants to be loved by Kerchak, and Kerchak doesn't want it, but they don't dive into it enough. I would agree with that.
Once again, so your stepfather just died. Once again, if you don't get Jane tonight, then just call it good, man.
Yeah, just chalk this one up as a loss. Write it off on your taxes and move on. That's a very good point, Baby Banner. Yeah.
What if right now he just like looks up and it's Pride Rock and he's gonna go? Because that's kind of what this scene is.
Sweating ya.
Why is Pride Rock here? Well, it's in Africa. I know it's in Africa, but why is it here? It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's the same place. It's connected universe. You didn't know that? They actually.
What if Turk's like, I kind of wanted to be he already kind of got it, so you're not the leader. Tarzan's like, Jane, are you finally leaving?
Yeah.
Like, God.
It's like, no, don't go. Hurry up. Can I get the door for you?
She's like, well, maybe we can FaceTime while I'm on the boat. He's like, yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, totally. We can do that.
Sounds awesome.
What's FaceTime?
Oh, man.
He's like, no, don't go.
She's like, I can't. His dad's like, bye, Tarzan. Like, dude, you don't really get I'm going through pain, do you? Okay, cool. See you later.
He's like, it's been real, Tarzan.
What if she's like, he's like, what's wrong, honey? He's like, oh, I'll never see him again. He's like, what? We're effing rich. We can come back every weekend if we want to. I own this boat.
Yeah.
I can literally come back every weekend.
He's like, do you want to come back next week? We can come back next week. We can surprise him.
I don't even work. We could just stay here right now.
Yeah. Literally, my job is letting interest get collected.
That'll probably hold him over.
Thank you.
A glove.
Yeah.
He's like, well, at least it gives me something to jizz into besides this loincloth, is probably what he's saying.
A little bit more sanitary. There's no way she would be able to swim in that dress, also, FYI.
Why didn't you just have this conversation before the boat left shore?
Yeah.
What if he's like, oh, yeah, you're going to stay
You're going to stay? Oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's probably a bad time to tell you. I'm dating this ape.
He's like, I have a meeting tomorrow morning, like in the jungle?
Yeah.
It's this thing with the elements.
Yeah, it's, board meeting, just it sucks being king of the jungle. You know what I mean? A lot of responsibility.
A lot of responsibility.
Toodle doop.
He's like, I'm just going to stay too. I was kind of seeing an ape.
I'm drunk enough right now. Where's Kala? Where's she laying on the tournament? His mom.
Tarzan's mom?
Yeah.
A playing game? What's wrong with you? Really? She's not as hot as, like, Nala.
Well, no, I'm not saying she's on
Lola
Nala's
Bunny?
level. This right here, this is the Jane I want.
Oh, dude. What about Jane now as fucking Tarzan Jane?
Yeah.
She's really...
That's what I'm saying. That's the kind of Jane that I want.
Fuck.
Yeah. That's the... She just moved up to a 6. She's a 6 seed now. Wow. Boom. There's nothing more dramatic, too, at the end of the movie when they go
Disney,
poof.
boom, and then it goes Tarzan. Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was 1996. Disney's Tarzan. Any last thoughts, Banner? That was a good movie, dude. It should be up there. It should be up there with Aladdin and Lion King. I'm not saying it's better or as good, but
it's underrated. It's a super underrated movie. Underrated soundtrack. I know you have your issues with it, but hey, I know every line, so it's not that bad.
I don't have my issues with it. Just every song sounds the same.
They do sound the same, but it's basically just one really long song.
There's a lot of bands that, I mean, I love Linkin Park, but a lot of their songs sound the exact same, so whatever. All right, guys, we've been the Bro4 Squad. Check us out, bro4squad.com. Check us out on Twitter, @Bro4Squad, YouTube, and iTunes, where you find all of our content, so subscribe to us on there so you don't miss anything we drop. And also, we're on Letterboxd, and Jeff does some stuff on there. We're really not sure what it is, but a lot of people subscribe to us on there, so if you're feeling frisky, go ahead and do that. With Mad Scientist Brian Banner, I'm Matt Geiger. We will see you later.
In the jungle.
They should have had Welcome to the Jungle start. It's like, Welcome to the jungle! Fucking Tarzan's swinging on there. The dads are rocking while they're taking their kids to
Well,
Tarzan.
it makes sense because he surfboards the trees.
I know. Missed opportunity. Axl Rose should have just done all the songs for this